Aquarius, welcome back to Spiritually Influential Tarot. This is your weekly general reading for your sun, moon, and rising from July 3rd to July 10th. Please take what resonates with you and allow the other Aquarius to receive the rest, please. Thank you. With that being said, Spirit, may I please have 7 cards for Aquarius. We are starting off with the 5 of Pentacles, followed by the 4 of Wands, followed by the Ace of Cups, followed by the Page of Wands, followed by the 7 of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Empress. Fantastic. Wow, Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius, these are wonderful cards. Absolutely one-of-a-kind cards. Especially to have 2 cards back-to-back in your future of the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? Being given 2 blessings by the divine. Absolutely fantastic. And ending with the Empress. My goodness. Okay. Aquarius, I am very happy for you. These are great one-of-a-kind cards. Let's go here into your oracle cards for guidance and wisdom. It says here, I can see that. The oracle wants to let you know this is coming from your higher self. You have a new moon in Cancer. It says, you and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, let's grab 1 card for your angel numbers as well as 1 card from the Spirit to bring you comfort at the end of this reading. Aquarius, we are starting off with the 5 of Pentacles. And you don't need to tell everybody your problems, okay? Certain situations may have not turned out the way that you thought they were going to turn out, okay? And that's okay. They may have turned out a little bit differently as expected, okay? But there's no need to have self-pity upon anything and not, because remember that it's all emotional, right? Okay? It's all emotional, all right? When it comes to this kind of card, it is very similar, okay? That you are, the 5 of Pentacles, it's almost like the 5 of Cups, okay? It's the way that I see it. It's it's an emotional feeling, okay? You feel like a temporary financial burden, okay? But this is emotional as well, okay? And notice that that person has a bell around their neck. They're letting, and they feel like if they're being left on the outside. But you're really not, okay? Because the great thing about the 5 of Pentacles is that this is only temporary and it shall pass. And with these cards, this is just explaining to me what is your past, okay? You went through a little something here that just didn't go your way, okay? It just didn't turn out the way that you thought it was going to turn out, because maybe you have forgotten about a few things, but it was brought back to your attention, and now you understand that it's still okay, because this shall pass, okay? It is being followed here by the 4 of Wands. See, there's celebration here, right? When it comes to the 4 of Wands, you have to make it to the finish line, okay? This is the This is the card of celebration, the card of community, okay? You're surrounded by community. You're surrounded by good people, feeling welcome, okay, in your environment. Because there's people who love you, you know? And this is also about reunions coming in your way, okay? But remember, you have to pass the finish line for that celebration to happen, okay? You can't give up, all right? Because you and your loved ones are safe. If you felt that they were unsafe, maybe certain things in your life in the past made you feel like things are hard, per se, hard right now, okay? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Okay? How am I going to make it? How am I going to feed my kids? How am I going to do this? Okay? You know, I'm just throwing that out there. Well, it's okay because you are going to make it. You're Aquarius, part of the deep sea. And it is being followed here by the Ace of Cups. This is why I'm saying you are spiritually being blessed here by the divine, okay? And the Ace of Cups, you have new beginnings coming here, okay? It's a time of new beginnings, a time of new relationships, a time, okay, for good things to come about, okay? And I want to let you know that this is I love this card. And the reason why I love this card, because it is so spiritual, okay? In order for the flow of the water to come out, okay, the dove, which is the representation, okay, of the spirit holding a Eucharist, right? The Holy Spirit holding the Eucharist to drop in the cup, turning spiritual form into matter. And you know what? To make it even, there it is. It's the same thing, see? The Eucharist being dropped into the cup by the dove, which represents the Holy Spirit, into the cup, there's a name for this cup, okay? There is a name for this cup. You know what? I'll leave it up to you. Leave the comment below of what this cup actually is, okay? What is this cup? Leave it in the comments, all right? Because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to finish the video, and on the left, that's going to come to my mind and say, oh, yeah, that's what it was called. But anyway, I'll leave it up to you. Put what this cup is in the comments, okay? If you're watching my video, all right? But this is a blessing, and it's the blessing of that overflow of blessing, that overflow, okay, of the divine blessing you. And notice, Aquarius, he is over the water, okay? Over the water, Aquarius. You're being blessed by the divine, okay? So have no worries. You're going to be fine. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. It's being followed here by the Page of Wands. But before I get to the Page of Wands, I would like to ask you for a favor to please hit that like button at this very moment, so that way you can help me out, because I would truly appreciate feeding the algorithm, okay? Because that's what it does, right? The more likes, the more YouTube picks up this video and sends it out to the right Aquarius, right? So it is being followed here by the Page of Wands, okay? As you are having these wonderful new ideas, right? These new ideas, it's what's going to get you there. It's just going to say, you know what? You're feeling fresh. You're feeling cheerful. You're feeling childlike. You know, you're starting to go into this place where you're like, you know what? I'm actually fearless right now. I'm finding myself, okay? You know, the Page of Wands, you know, you have advancement now in your life, okay? You know, because you're having discoveries. You are trying to have these investments in order for you to have advancements, okay? You know, and one thing that I can say, because you are Aquarius, I want you to understand not to rush, okay? Not to rush, okay? Due to the advancement that you want, don't rush into things without understanding, okay? Without understanding, and considering, okay, the consequences. Yeah, okay? And now it is being followed here by the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles, this is the card that I always say, was the juice worth the squeeze? Whatever you did before, was it worth it? Was it worth not spending the money that you had on the right things? Was it worth taking, was it, what? Sometimes people do these kind of things, they'll go on a vacation without and understanding the consequences. And then when you come back, you're like, well, I loved that place I went to, but I should have not spent that money, And I mean, hey, listen, we only live once. It is what it is. But this is the juice. This is the card that I say, the juice, was the juice worth the squeeze? Meaning you should have been focusing on grabbing your funds and investing them in yourself. And why can't you do that? Right? Okay? Because you are being blessed here. Okay? This is a blessing. You have blessings in your life. And you've had many blessings in your life. Okay? And it is being followed here by the Ace of Pentacles once again in your future. Okay? All right? Once again, very clear. It is very clear, okay? See that it wants you to follow the path. For you to go through there and follow, go through it, okay? So that there will be a finish line celebration, okay? Gotta go through the finish line, right? Because once again, the divine is blessing you with the materialistic things that you love in life, okay? The new beginnings, new opportunities, new jobs, everything new, okay? Everything that is materialistic, okay? You have the page of wands, the page of wands across from the Ace of Cups, under it, the Ace of Pentacles. Your ideas are going to evolve into success. I'm telling you, Aquarius, and you must understand that you're going to be fine, okay? You and your loved ones are safe, okay? And it is being followed here, lastly, by the Empress, the wonderful Empress, the nurturing Empress, okay? The Empress is all about beauty. It's all about abundance, prosperity, stability, okay? Maybe new opportunities, right? Just how I said here with the Ace of Pentacles. Notice here that she has the great garment, very thick clothing. She has the beautiful jewels that are around her neck, right? The jewels, the jewelry, right? She has the wonderful necklace. And she likes the finer things in life. And she likes things easy, not hard, okay? So whether you are male or female, remind yourself that if you are doing things the hard way, you have to figure out the easy way, okay? Don't do the hard way. Always try to figure out the easy way, okay? Don't wear yourself out. And notice that she has that little wand. I call it the little wand. There's another name for it, but let's just call it the wand. And she waves her wand and the fields grow. You see? And the beautiful thing is that she's about the flow, okay? Focusing, okay? It could be about romance. It could be about art. It could be about new businesses, okay? It could be about, you know, all these beautiful things in your horizon, okay? Focus on your senses, on creating, on expression, on all the beautiful, deep things that are inside your heart, so that way you can experience pleasure and deep fulfillment, okay? See, it's all about the flow, because see right here, right behind her, you notice that all the flow of water that is coming down here, that flow of water is being pushed down by the Emperor. And what we say in the tarot, or maybe I just say in the tarot, is that when the Empress card comes around, okay, since she is female, it means that the Emperor is missing the Emperor energy is missing in your life, okay? And vice versa. If you're a male, okay, and you know, if you're a male, then the Empress energy is being missing in your life. And if you are a female, then the Emperor energy is missing in your life, meaning the male energy, you know, the Emperor energy, okay? You know, the Emperor is all about stability. If you are about abundance, then you also need stability in your life, okay? Let's go now into your angel numbers. And the angel would like to speak to you about transition. Angel number 345. You are in a period of transition and change. Embrace new beginnings and trust in the process of transformation. But I keep on feeling something. Of transformation, and trust in the process of transformation unfolding in your life. Transitioning. And let's go for let's look into your spiritual message from the Spirit to bring you comfort here at the end of this reading. The Spirit says, before I start, by the way, 345 transition, okay, just in case. Okay? I don't think I did that, right? I didn't think I showed you it. So, it says here, from the Spirit would like to say, Aquarius, accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes us easier. Okay, I think that there is a typo here, but it says this makes it easier for us. So I think it's a typo. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. Okay. See, it says there, us, this makes us easier for us. Okay? Easier for us. So I think they meant to say it's easier for us. I got the Spirit's back. You know, it is what it is. You know, you gotta work with them, right? But with that being said, Aquarius, I hope that you have enjoyed your reading. And if you have subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you have not, then allow me to please ask you to subscribe, like, share, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any of your upcoming scheduled readings. And lastly, may you forever be blessed with great health, prosperity, and stability in your life, so that the day of tomorrow, you can become a bit more spiritually influential. Aquarius, I will see you next week. Take care.